My name is Bryan Gunter, and this is session 2 for KIN 3073. We're going to kick things off here with some light cycling. Some of the benefits of just some light cycling before plyometric exercise is increasing the core body temperature, which improves overall muscle elasticity and reaction time, boosts blood flow, especially to the legs, preparing your quads, hamstring, and calves, and reduces injury risk by gently activating joints and muscles before high impact movement. As far as the duration, I'm only going to be doing it for about 5 to 10 minutes, making sure that I'm not cycling too long or too hard, as it may fatigue my legs and reduce explosive performance in my plyometric work. part 2 of the general warm-up, I'll be doing some jump rope. Jump roping has several key benefits, such as activating fast twitch muscle fibers, prepping the body for more explosive movements, improving ankle stiffness and rebound timing, which are key components in plyometric efficiency, enhancing coordination and rhythm by helping with timing control in complex jumps, and warming up the joints dynamically, especially the ankles. Here I'm only going to be doing it for about a minute, again making sure not to overdo it and just avoiding any heavy landings or excessive arm fatigue. For part 3 of the general warm-up, I'll be doing some ankle rolls or ankle circles. Plyometrics can place a lot of stress on the ankles due to repeated jumping and landing, so mobilizing and activating them beforehand is crucial for injury prevention and performance. Some of the key benefits that are offered by ankle rolls include improving joint mobility, allowing for better dorsiflexion for jumping and landing, increasing overall circulation, waking up the smaller stabilizer muscles in the feet and ankles, and enhancing proprioception by helping the body sense position and movement, improving balance and overall coordination. Here I'll be performing 10 reps on each leg, each way, twice. Continuing on with the specific warm-up, I'll be performing a series of 6 dynamic stretches. These will include the high kick stretch, the walking hamstring stretch, hamstring kicks, high knees, A skips, and B skips. All these dynamic stretching offer several key benefits before plyometric exercise, such as increasing blood flow to the muscles, activating the nervous system for quick explosive movements, preparing the body for the intensity of plyometrics without compromising muscle strength, and just improving overall joint mobility to prevent injury. For each of these stretches, I'll be doing about 2 sets of about 10 yards each. Moving on to the main program segment, exercise modality 1 will be upper body plyometrics with and without equipment. The first exercise will be plyo push-ups. For my 3 variations, I'll be doing standard plyo push-ups for the lift-off. For the second variation, I'll be doing wall plyo push-ups. And for the third variation, I'll be performing depth push-ups. For each of these push-up movements, I'll be performing them in the 10 to 12 rep range. My second exercise involving upper body plyometrics, I'll be using medicine ball. For the first exercise, I'll be doing overhead medicine ball throws and catches. This is a versatile exercise just to develop explosive power, hand-eye coordination, core stability, and upper body strength. It can also be performed solo against the wall or with a partner. To set up, make sure to use a soft bouncy medicine ball, usually in the 4 to 10 pound range, just depending on skill level, standing 6 to 10 feet away from a sturdy wall or partner. Stand with the feet shoulder width apart and the knees slightly bent, holding the medicine ball at about chest height. Powerfully extend your arms, throw the ball upwards, using your core and legs for full body power. When catching, stay balanced and absorb the force as you catch the ball. Reset and repeat quickly after a short pause. For this exercise, I'm performing in the 6 to 8 rep range. The next variation I'm performing is overhead medicine ball slams. This is a powerful plyometric movement that builds explosive strength, core stability, and full body coordination, especially in the shoulders, the lats, the arms, and the hips. Use a soft medicine ball, usually in the 6 to 20 pounds, again depending on strength and experience, standing with feet shoulder width apart, holding the ball with both hands at chest level. Then you want to raise the ball overhead with your arms extended and core engaged. Explosively drive the ball down to the ground as hard as you can. Again, making sure to engage your core, your lats, and your hips, slightly bending at the knees and hinging at the hips as you follow through. If the ball bounces, make sure to catch it on the rebound. And if not, making sure to squat down and pick up the ball and repeat. Again, here I'll be performing this set in the 6 to 8 rep range. Last variation I'll be performing for upper body plyometric exercise with medicine ball is the side-to-side medicine ball slams. This is a powerful rotational exercise that targets primarily the obliques, the core, the shoulders, and the hips, while also improving explosiveness, coordination, and power transfer across the body. To set up, you want to stand with your feet shoulder width apart, picking up the ball and holding it about chest height, lifting over your head and slamming from one side to the other. Again, here I want to emphasize making sure to engage your core. If the ball bounces, making sure to catch the rebound, and if not, making sure to squat down properly to pick up the ball and repeat the process. Again, here I'll be performing in the 6 to 8 rep range. Moving on to exercise modality number 2, I'll be performing lower body plyometrics with and without equipment. For my first exercise, I'll be performing jump squats. Jump squats are a fundamental plyometric exercise that are used to build explosive lower body power, improving vertical jump, and enhancing overall athletic performance by training fast twitch muscle fibers. To set up, stand with the feet shoulder width apart, hands either in front of you, by your sides, or behind your head. Squat down, making sure when you lower into your squat until your thighs are parallel to the ground, keeping your chest up and core tight. When exploding up, push through your heels and jump as high as possible. Swing your arms to help generate power if not restricted. When landing, make sure to land on the balls of your feet, absorbing the impact by immediately lowering into the next squat, keeping the knees slightly bent and aligned with the toes. For this exercise, I'm performing 3 different variations: traditional jump squats, single leg jump squats, and jump squats with a 180-degree turn. Moving on to the second exercise for exercise modality number 2, I'll be performing broad jumps. They may also be known as standing long jumps. These are a powerful lower body plyometric exercise that emphasizes horizontal force production. The primary purpose is to improve explosiveness, hip extension, and overall athletic performance, particularly for sprinting and field sports. To set up, stand with the feet hip to shoulder width apart, arms down and back, and knees slightly bent. To load the jump, swinging your arms back and bend at the hips and knees, keeping your chest up and core braced. As you explode forward, drive through your heels and explode forward using your hips and legs, swinging your arms forward aggressively to assist with momentum. When landing, land on both feet and knees, with the knees slightly bent, absorbing the impact by pushing the hips back and bending the knees. and make sure to maintain balance and avoid letting your knees cave in. For this exercise, performing 3 different variations: traditional broad jumps with a vertical lift at the end, and weighted broad jumps. Again, here I'm performing in the 6 to 8 rep range. Moving on to exercise modality number 3, it will be Olympic clean exercises. For my first exercise, I will be doing clean pulls with 3 different variations. The clean pull is a weightlifting exercise that strengthens the pulling phase of the clean without actually catching the bar. It helps to build explosive power, improving the bar path, and reinforcing the proper triple extension between the hips, knees, and ankles. To set up, I'll have the barbell on the floor using a clean grip with hands just outside the shoulder width, feet hip width apart, chest up, and shoulders slightly over the bar. I'm going to lift the bar slowly from the floor, driving through my heels, making sure to keep my back flat, chest up, and bar close to my body. As the bar passes my knees, I'm rebending slightly at the knees and shifting into an upright torso or the par position. Then I will explosively extend my hips, knees, and ankles, also known as the triple extension as mentioned before, and I'm going to shrug my shoulders to the top with no arm bend. As I lower the bar, I'm making sure to lower it under control and drop it if allowed, and reset for the next rep. For my 3 variations, I'm performing traditional clean pulls, a high clean pull, bringing the bar a little bit up higher towards my chest, and a clean pull with the pods at the knees. For all of these sets, I'll be performing them in the 6 to 8 rep range. Moving on, taking what was done in the previous exercise, I will be doing traditional hang cleans now, or the same thing with 3 different variations. Hang cleans are a variation of the Olympic clean lift where the movement starts in the hanging position or above the floor, typically from the thighs or the knees. This variation emphasizes speed under the bar, hip extension, and clean technique without the fatigue of pulling from the floor. To set up, start with standing with the bar at your hips or thighs, using a clean grip or just outside shoulder width, feet shoulder width apart with the knees slightly bent. To begin, push your hips back slightly while keeping your chest up, lowering the bar to your desired hanging position, high, mid, or low hang. In the video, I'll be dropping the bar to just about the knees. Here, I will quickly drop into a quarter or full squat, catching the bar on my shoulders with the elbows high, and driving through the heels into a full standing position. Again, I'll be performing these in the 6 to 8 rep range, and the 3 variations I will be completing include a traditional clean pull as seen here. A traditional hang clean, a hang clean into a split squat, and a full clean from the bottom of the movement. Moving on to exercise modality number 4, we'll be performing Olympic jerk exercises. My first exercise, I'll be doing a split jerk. The split jerk is the most common variation of the jerk in Olympic weightlifting. It allows us to drive the bar overhead and quickly drop into a split stance to receive it. This technique improves overhead lifting capacity by combining explosive leg drive, speed, and stability. To set up, have the barbell in the front rack position or in front of the body, resting on the shoulders. Making sure your feet are hip width apart, elbows slightly in front of the bar, keeping the core engaged, chest up, and eyes forward. To begin, bend your knees and hips slightly, keeping the torso vertical and heels flat. Explosively pushing through the heels and driving the bar upward using full leg extension between the hips, knees, and ankles. As the bar moves upward, split your feet quickly, one foot forward and the other back, making sure to simultaneously lock your arms overhead. Again, I'm performing all 3 variations in the 6 to 8 rep range, and 3 variations I will be completing include the front split jerk, as shown here. Behind the back split jerk where the bar will be behind me, and the split jerk with no foot movement. Moving on to exercise modality number 5, I'll be performing Olympic snatch exercises. For the first exercise, I chose the hang snatch. The hang snatch is a variation of the Olympic snatch where the lift begins from a hanging position rather than from the floor. It's excellent for developing explosive power, improving the bar path, and the training speed under the bar, especially for those still refining their technique. In order to perform a hang snatch, have the barbell in your hands using a snatch grip or wide grip, standing tall, feet hip to shoulder width apart, beginning in the hang position above the knees, mid-thigh, or hip crease. For my 3 variations, I will be performing a high hang snatch at the hips, a below the knee hang snatch below the knee, and a mid hang snatch at the mid-thigh. To begin, push the hips back slightly like a Romanian deadlift, keeping the chest up, back flat, and bar close to your body. As you explode up, drive through your legs and extend the hips, knees, and ankles, or the triple extension, again mentioned previously, and shrug the shoulders and pull yourself under the bar. As you catch the bar overhead, drop into a full overhead squat while catching the bar overhead with the arms locked out, bar over the midfoot, and chest up. As you recover, stand up from the squat with the bar overhead, control and lower the bar back down. I'm performing every variation in the 6 to 8 rep range as well. Moving on to exercise modality number 6, closed agility drills with cones. The first exercise I'm performing is a T drill. This is a common agility drill that's used to develop lateral quickness, acceleration, deceleration, and change of direction in a multi-directional pattern. To set up, I'll have 4 cones in a T shape, 1 cone at the base, that would be my start, and 3 cones about 5 yards apart in a straight horizontal line, making the T shape. To begin, I'll be starting at cone A, which is the cone right in front of the camera, sprinting directly in front of me to cone B, and shuffling to cone C to the right, and shuffling all the way across to cone D on the left, and then back to cone B in the middle. For this exercise, I'm performing 3 different variations: the standard T drill as shown here, as well as a T drill with a back pedal start, and a T drill with a sprint finish at the end. The second exercise for exercise modality number 6 would be the Pro Agility 5-10-5 drill. This is a classic agility test that's used in sports like football, rugby, and basketball in order to measure lateral quickness, acceleration, and change of direction. To set up, I'll be placing 3 cones in a straight line, each about 5 yards apart. The left cone will be cone A, the middle cone will be cone B, and the right cone will be cone C. To begin, I'll be starting in cone B in a 3-point stance, and I'll be sprinting to cone A, then directly sprinting into cone C, and then back to cone B. I'll be performing 3 different variations. The standard pro agility drill, where I'll just be sprinting from one cone to the other. The next variation will be with the back pedal start, and the last variation will be the standard pro agility as performed in the very beginning with cone touches. To begin my cool down segment, I'll begin with some light treadmill walking. This offers several key benefits such as flushing out metabolic waste like lactic acid, lowering the heart rate gradually, preventing stiffness and soreness in the muscles, and maintaining circulation without taxing on the nervous system. I'm keeping the speed between 2.5 to 3.5 miles per hour, nothing too fast, just so we don't elevate that heart rate again. No incline for a duration of only about 5 minutes. For my first cool down stretch, I'll be performing the seated forward hold stretch. This is a static stretch that targets the hamstring, the calves, and the lower back. In order to begin, sit on the floor with the legs extended straight out in front of you, keeping your feet flexed or toes pointed upward. Reaching forward, making sure to hinge at the hips, not just at the spine, and reaching with your hands toward your toes and ankles. And try to keep your back as flat as possible. This offers several key benefits such as improving hamstring and lower back flexibility, aids recovery time after intense lower body work or plyometrics, and promoting calming and relaxation. The next stretch I'll be performing is the forward bend stretch. This is a stretch that primarily targets the hamstrings, the calves, the lower back, and the glutes. In order to begin, stand tall with your feet about hip width apart and arms by your sides. Making sure to hinge at your hips and slowly fold your upper body forward, letting your arms hang or reach toward the ground or toward your toes. Keep your knees straight, but as straight as possible, but soft, slightly bent if tight. I'll be performing this stretch for about a minute or anywhere from 20 to 60 seconds, making sure to breathe deeply, and each time I exhale, releasing deeper into the stretch. The next stretch is the supine spinal twist. This is a gentle lying down stretch that targets mainly the spine, the obliques, and the hip muscles, and just promotes overall relaxation. To begin, lie flat on your back with your legs extended and arms stretched out in a T position. In order to set the twist, bend your right knee or left knee and bring it across your body towards the left or right side, letting the knee drop toward the floor while keeping your shoulders flat. Making sure to turn your head to the right or to the left or the opposite direction of your knee. I'll be holding this position for about 30 seconds on each side. This offers several key benefits such as increasing spinal mobility, releasing lower back tension, stretching the glutes and the obliques, and promoting parasympathetic nervous system activity. The fourth stretch of the cool down is the child's pose stretch. This is a kneeling stretch that gently relaxes the lower back, hips, thighs, and shoulders. In order to begin, start in kneeling position, sitting back onto your heels with knees together or slightly apart. Lowering your torso, making sure to hinge at the hips and fold your upper body forward. Extend your arms straight out in front of you or let them rest alongside your body. This offers several key benefits such as gently stretching the spine, hips, and ankles, relieving tension in the lower back and shoulders, promoting relaxation and recovery, and can be used as an active rest between exercises or yoga poses. next stretch is the kneeling hip flexor stretch. This is a simple but powerful static stretch that targets the hip flexors, especially the psoas and iliacus muscles, but also benefits the quads and the groin. In order to begin, start in the lunge position, kneeling down on your right or left knee, having the other knee forward, forming a 90-degree angle with the front leg, keeping your torso upright and core engaged as well. Gently shift your hips forward until you feel a stretch in the front of your right hip or left hip, and making sure to keep your pelvis tucked as well. Here you want to hold a stretch for about 20 to 45 seconds and repeat on the other side. The final cool down stretch I'll be performing is the chest opener stretch. This is a static stretch that's designed to counteract the tightness in the chest muscles, especially the pectoralis major and minor, and just improving overall shoulder posture and thoracic mobility. To begin, stand or kneel tall with the feet shoulder width apart, clasp hands behind the back, interlacing your fingers, and gently lift your arms while pulling your shoulder blades together, opening your chest, and looking slightly upward if comfortable. Here you want to hold for about 20 to 45 seconds while still making sure to breathe deeply. Some of the benefits this stretch offers is relieving rounded shoulder posture, improving breathing capacity and thoracic extension, and reducing tightness from prolonged sitting or upper body training.